going on, guys? Welcome to After the Impact, the Insiders. We are back. We're going to talk all about the upcoming pay-per-view on Saturday. So we're going to give our predictions like we do. We do this whenever we have a pay-per-view coming up on Saturday. We use After the Impact to give our score or our scores of the show that we saw, and of course, then we will go right into predictions for Turning Point on Saturday. We have a guest. Conrad has come in and joined us. Conrad often does for the predictions for the upcoming pay-per-view. So welcome to Conrad. Glad you could make it in, man. Appreciate you coming on. So let's see who we've got. Welcome to everybody that is here. We've got we got Wally. Hey, Wally. The show was very good. Thank you very much. Jen Carter's back. We got a Zon. Josh had a hell of a week in Vegas. He won the title, lost it, and beat Suzuki. Great go-home show, 9 out of 10. What a great match to end Impact. It was an absolutely awesome one. Zon says 8 out of 10. Good for Suzuki putting over Josh in his last night. Azan says, so TJP and Jeff Cobb or CMLL are working this weekend, but AAA have an alliance with Impact and AEW, not CMLL. What a match between Josh and Suzuki. Suzuki is a legend. I give Impact tonight a 9.5 out of 10. Great show, and I'm glad I'm going to talk about Wrestle House when we talk about this. Yes, I agree. Thanks, Chad. Guys, go read Taya's Twitter. She let it all out. Yeah, I retweeted some of it. I don't know if she put out any more, but I'll definitely check it out later. Match of the night was Josh. Iceman Intel says free agents are coming soon. Well, it's their 30 days, so yeah, I guess. And I would already say it. Bringing Taya back for Wrestle House would be awesome. I thought it was a great show. Main event elevates the rating to 9 out of 10. Great show, said Derek, 9. So, all right. Let's start with that, gentlemen. We will go into that. We'll give our scores for the show and just talk about some of the highlights for the show tonight, and then we'll get right into Turning Point on Saturday night. So, Conrad, I'll start with you. What did you think of tonight's go home show?
I liked a lot of what they did for this pay-per-view build up to where they're going right now. So there's not a lot to complain about. It's a sad thing because I hate when they put a damper mood on.
Agreed.
Chad, don't make me laugh. About Chucky in the chat. We had Chucky in my AEW live review. Had me laughing.
I heard
10 knife stab. Yeah. I have a guest who just popped in. What are you doing, buddy? Just popped in saying daddy. Sorry.
Conrad
I don't know. Like something else put a damper on Impact show, and that's not fair.
They've done that twice now in a row.
Yeah, I hate it. So guess what? Impact did great tonight. They've got nothing to worry about. They're winners in my book. I'm happy. I'm looking forward to watching Turning Point Saturday. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. They did their job.
Yeah, I agree. Jeff, what did you think of tonight's show, man?
I thought it was a great show from beginning to end. I was pleasantly, I don't want to say surprised, but I was pleased with what they did. A lot of good stuff, a lot of setup for Saturday. I think someone said it earlier in the other chat, how they set up everything. They're really making Saturday feel big. With all the matches that we're going to get, it's going to be a big night, and it just makes you wonder, like, what else is going to happen. So good stuff from them. If I had to rate it right now, I'm going to give it a solid 8.75 out of 10. That would be my score.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let me make my list. Joe got to see the Demon again. Check. Joe got to see a Mickey James promo. Check. Joe got to see that they're bringing back Wrestle House. Double check. Not Aaron Rodgers double check. My own double check because I hate Aaron Rodgers. But yes. So, and then the Josh Alexander Suzuki match, off the charts. was an amazing, amazing match between two guys who are, just it was just unreal. The display they put on, it was so good. You really never knew what was going to happen in the way. Everybody was kind of thinking Josh would come out, but there were times in that match where you really didn't know. And Suzuki would just almost look like he was almost like it was almost like a serial killer out there. Like you couldn't kill him. No matter what Josh did to him, he was doing nothing but laughing at him most of the time. So, excellent match. And we had other stuff going on too. And now we've got a match between Moose and Eddie Edwards, which I have never seen in Impact Wrestling. So I'm always down for something that I have not seen. I'm going to have to go, like Jeff said, I'll have to do some research and watch some of the older matches that they did that with. But that's going to be brutal. And so, like Jeff said, it looks like, the Deonna thing kind of left some mystery. She's not really telling you what she's doing. You got really nothing from Deonna Purrazzo, which is fine. And so, listen, I thought it was great. So happy that they're doing Wrestle House. I really didn't think they would at this point in the year because it seemed kind of late for it. But like I said, I did kind of forget they're out in a warm weather climate now, so they could be outside anytime they want to be. I'm gonna give it a 9. I thought it was fantastic. I always do. Their go home shows are always great. They do them really well. They set up the storylines going forward, the storylines that are going into the pay-per-view, and they even get some stuff going forward, for after the pay-per-view is over and headed into the next direction that they want to go. So 9 out of 10 for me. I thought the show was awesome. And I really loved it. And I can't wait to see Wrestle House. I'm really excited for that. So there you go. Let me see what people are saying here. How appropriate you're talking turning point after tonight and the latest move by the ACE. Impact and AEW are going to get a terrific haul of talent from Vince's Three Stooges. Charles have a strong bond with his children, LOL, says on. Though Turning Point isn't a major event for Impact, it's booked as one. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's what Jeff was saying. You're absolutely right. Conrad, as far as I'm concerned, I look at the bright side of things. Says Mark, Charles Lee Ray wanted to be Black Man. Says on Conrad, we already know Chucky's score will be 10 knives. Graham says my favorite watch along of the week. I haven't watched a wrestling show with presenters as knowledgeable as yourselves. Well, thank you, Jeff, Joe, and Conrad. Your points of view are balanced and informative. Thanks, Graham. All right. So there you go. We went over what we thought the show was like tonight. If you didn't get to see it, I would suggest you go ahead and watch it because there's some really cool things there. Little tiny things to watch out for. Rosemary looks like she's got a different personality. She changes her face paint whenever she uses the different demons that she has. So she could be changing herself as well. Little tiny things here and there to watch out for going forward. Hey Joe, Big Red's flavor lasted longer than Hit Row SmackDown roster run. Yes, it did. Vince will not be getting Omaha steaks from me, says Derek. All right, let's get to the pay-per-view business, shall we? We've got a pay-per-view coming up on Saturday night that is called Turning Point. And it is late again. It's Vegas time here, so it's going to start at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be starting at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We may miss that opening match. I'm not sure when they'll have that on. Hopefully it'll be in the last half hour, and we won't. But we will be starting our watch-along at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so make sure you come out for that. And that'll be going probably a good long time. Jeff says, what is a sleeper match you think you could steal the show? So steal the pay-per-view. Yes. Let us know. And let us know what, and he also said, what matches are all of you looking forward to the most on Turning Point? Yeah, chime in. Let us know as we're going through ours. Now, there will be some things here, of course, because Impact likes to do this, that we will not have graphics for because they made some matches tonight. So obviously we will have that stuff to go over as well. So, all right, let's get into it, shall we? Let's talk Turning Point. Jeff, let's get it started. What do you got coming up first?
Well, I just got the whole match card up here, except for the ones that we figured out at the show. So
Okay. All right. Fair enough. We'll just we'll go here. All right. Let's start out with we've got Heath and Rhino versus Violent by Design. So we've been seeing these promos from Eric Young now over the last few weeks. We saw Eric Young wrestle a jobber and just pummel him. So Eric Young looks like he's going to be a force to reckon with. He's really coming back strong, and you've got him going up against the team of Heath and Rhino. So those two guys are back. Now, you've got that Heath and Rhino versus Violent by Design. There, you can kind of see that Heath and Rhino are one guy short, really. There, two versus kind of the three. You kind of wonder if this is going to be something that might continue, and maybe Heath and Rhino will find a third guy that they can bring in at some point as well. So, I'm gonna go though with Violent by Design in this one. I don't know if there's going to be any extracurriculars at all in it, but it just seems to me like they're building up Eric Young really, really, really strong. And I think I'm just going to go with Violent by Design to beat Heath and Rhino. Jeff, what do you got for this?
I'm going to make it quick. I've got Heath and Rhino. I think they take this one.
Okay. All right. Conrad, what about you?
I'm going to go the same route as Joe on this one. I think Violent by Design is the choice. I think they need some heat right now on them. We got the feel-good moment with Heath and Rhino. Now it's time to heat things up again, and I don't think this feud's over yet. I think this is far from over, so give Violent by Design the victory here.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. I think so, too. Graham Caldwell, what time does your watch along start in the UK? So we're starting at 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30. 2:30. Yeah, I work Sunday, Graham. I know. I hear you. All right. Big Dan says, I think we see a debut or a tease of a debut Titan. Titan comes immediately to mind. Yeah, I haven't heard anything at all about Braun, so we'll see. It's Bay and Hikuleo for the record. Is Josh even on the card? No, he is not. He is not. Take a nap and pack a lunch. Yes. All right.
Can I please say this, because I'm about to get really irritated. The match card was copied from a website who has the match card up every single time. So if it's wrong, I apologize. Let's move on.
Let's do that. Yes. Remember, guys, we don't get this stuff piped in from Impact. So sometimes we may see some things that aren't exactly up to date. So it's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Okay. Ace Austin and Chris Saban. I said I heard an interview with Ace on Busted Open. They had a cool promo in the back tonight where basically Chris Saban locked Matt Van Fulton in looked like a meat locker pretty much and kind of took him out of the picture. This should be a stellar match, and I really hope, and I'm pretty sure. In fact, I'm going to go with Ace Austin here. I think Chris Saban, and Jeff mentioned this a few shows back, that it really seems like it's Chris's time to maybe put some people over that he really likes. And I think Ace Austin, not that he needs being put over, he's been in the title scene and stuff like that, but this can kind of separate him, put him on a little bit of another level. We all saw what Chris Saban did with Josh when Josh kind of took off too. So I think Chris Saban does the same here. I think we get a stellar match. This is one of those ones that can really take the show. But I'm going to say Ace Austin goes over Chris Saban in this one. Conrad, what do you think?
I need some memory refreshers from you two right now with this. Did Moose ever get his win back over Saban?
No.
No, he did not.
Okay, that's going to affect my prediction. I'm going to take Chris Saban to win this match then. Ace, like I said, listen, Ace Austin is fine. No matter what happens in all of this, he is the future. He is going to be fine. I think this helps Saban more to launch himself into the title picture, which is where he's needed right now. He's a veteran of the game. He can help people, elevate people, and that's what he's being used for because he's that good. So give me Saban for this one to get the victory.
Okay. All right, fair enough. Jeff, what are you thinking?
I'm going to agree with Conrad. I think Chris Saban back in that fold for the title. Not saying that he's going to get it, but at least being in that picture makes a lot of sense. Ace is still a young guy, so he's got plenty of time, and I think this is a good. I think this is an opportunity for him to kind of learn a little bit and showcase. I think that's what it's about, is showcasing on this stage. So I'm going to go with Chris Saban.
All right, there you go. Ace for the win, says Graham. Ace for the win because we already know Ace will pull the card out of his pocket. Yes, he does. I'm going Violent by Design, so Swag fan for the last match. Okay. Moving on, the X Division Championship. Now we know this is now a triple threat. This is Trey Miguel, this is Laredo Kid, and this is Macklin now, of course, via tonight with his win that he got. So Macklin got himself into that X Division Championship match. Again, this could be a banger of a match. More than likely, it could start the show. They love to start the show with these X Division matches to get everybody going. Macklin's been looking pretty good. But I've got to go with the champion here. I've got to go with Trey Miguel. I think they put that belt on him. I think this is his time to show out, and I think he's going to retain. I think it's going to be a very good match. I really do, and they always are. The X Division matches always are. They know they don't disappoint. So, good match between these three guys, but I'm going to go with Trey Miguel. Jeff, what are you thinking?
I'm going to go with Trey to retain here, even though there's a part of me that thinks that Macklin will win it, which I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised to see any of these three guys walk away with it. But for intents and purposes of this show, I'm gonna pick Trey.
D. Cohen wants to know, was it taped in advance? More than likely. They do a lot of taping, especially the pay-per-views that aren't the real big ones. So it probably is. And Jeff mentioned that. My pick is Trey. If Trey doesn't win, then Macklin is my other pick. Okay, I asked because they're teasing free agents. That's probably for down the road. I would think. You're talking about the Iceman tease and stuff. That's probably down the road. Let's do some of those unmentionable matches. I'm not, of course, they're not up there, so I'm not trying to remember which ones we got. What are some of the ones that weren't mentioned on the card before we started tonight?
Cardona and W. Morrissey.
All right, let's go there. That's an interesting matchup. That just came about from tonight. Morrissey just came out and interrupted a promo that Cardona and Chelsea Green were doing, and Morrissey basically said, "Listen, you're gonna go up the ladder. You're gonna need to come through me." And Morrissey came out and got that started. So those two guys in a match together, pretty cool. I can't remember. And there's a question too. Did those two guys ever wrestle when they were in WWE? Because I can't remember. If they did, it would have been tag team, I would imagine, but I can't remember if they ever did. So interesting matchup there. Conrad, what are you thinking with Morrissey, the big man, going up against Cardona?
Give me Trey Miguel. I really had nothing to say about that match.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I didn't even realize I skipped you.
No, I'm going back to it. Trey Miguel, and I'm going to say that Macklin doesn't eat the pin in this, and I don't think that they've met each other either between Morrissey and Cardona.
Okay,
but I want Cardona to turn heel, so just give me Morrissey. I just want this to happen. Like, I want something new for him. I feel like he's just been stuck in the same thing, and I want something new. I'll pay Jeff to book it. Like, I just need something different with him. Like, Jeff, please do something with this guy.
I'm gonna go with Morrissey. I think here too. I think, good reasoning there from Conrad. I mean, it does seem like he's kind of in a little bit of a thing going on and on and on. So maybe it will send him over the edge. And maybe they will change him out. Morrissey has shown a lot of impact. Yeah, he's been doing amazing there. Swag fan says he's going Ace Austin, going VBD, says Matt Christopher. All right, yeah, I'm going to go with Morrissey in this. I think it'll be a decent match, but I think Morrissey comes out on top. Jeff, what do you think?
I've got Morrissey in this. I need to see Cardona go over the edge, and I think a loss here, really getting beat down here and humbled, may piss him off. So
yeah,
that's what I.
Yep, absolutely. All right, what else did we get announced tonight, Jeff?
We've also got Rich Swan versus Brian Myers.
Yes. So this one from the BTI thing, of course, Brian Myers and Sam Beal. And Myers was really beating up his ex-student there. And then Rich Swan and Willie Mack came out to provide some help and to save him. And then Rich Swan challenged Brian Myers and said, basically that he's going to go out and take him on. So Rich Swan and Brian Myers, both guys that have been, up near the top of the chain for quite a while. And as of late, not really in any sort of title picture or anything like that. Looks like, this could easily lead to a 3-on-3 as well, with Myers and his two other proteges, and of course Rich Swan and Beal and Willie Mack. So, who are you going to go with here, Jeff? What do you think?
That's a good question. This is one that I really wasn't ready for, but I'll say, just for the sake of babyface, babyface pride, I'll go with Rich Swan. Rich Swan will maybe pick up the win here. I don't know. I can see Myers winning it, but I'll go with Rich Swan to go against the Green.
I think I'm going to agree with you. Actually, Rich Swan to me, and I almost hate to say this, but Rich Swan to me, I think can use a win. Other than being, doing what he's doing in the side stuff, kind of, you really haven't seen Rich Swan come out with a win in a while. And Myers wasn't really losing much at all for most of the past year, even pay-per-views and things like that. So this might be the thing that kind of turns Myers around a little bit and gets him on the bad side of it, where it goes on the bad side of it, gets on a losing streak. So I'm gonna go with. I'm going to go with Rich Swan here too, I think. Conrad, what do you think?
We're going to go for the sweep. I think I just want to see Sam Beal come out and dance with them, and that's all I really want to see from this. So I'm going to go with the clean sweep.
There you go. All right. Ain't Sam Beal in the hospital? On BTI, he was in the ambulance. Yeah, I'm sure they probably took him out of there in an ambulance or something like that. He got beat up pretty good. Swackvan says, I'm going Spider Tray, but wouldn't be mad if Macklin got it. My pick is the crazy Rich Swan, says Chad. I'm going with Rich Swan, says Matt Christopher. All right. Did we get what other matches were just announced, Jeff? I think we have one more, don't we? Jeff, I can't hear you. Do you have are you muted?
Decay and Finn Juice.
Okay, there you go. Decay and Finn Juice. So that was made by Scott D'Amore. Finn Juice took another loss. And of course, they said they're kind of on a losing streak. Went back, and D'Amore said that they got to get their confidence back. So he made the match between Finn Juice and Tarus and Crazy Steve. So Decay and Finn Juice. So that, I believe, is that the one before the show starts?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, okay. All right, so Finn Juice and Decay. I think the purpose here was to get Finjuice back in the win column. As much as I like Decay, it looks as if Decay kind of is being focused a little more toward the women's side of it right now with the women's titles and things like that. So I'm gonna say that Finjuice picks up the victory here. The whole point of it, I think, just seems like gets them back on a winning side of it again, and I think they'll end up beating Crazy Steve and Tarus. Should be another good match though. But I think that Decay goes down in this one, and I think that that Finjuice ends up picking up the win here. Conrad, what do you think?
I'm just gonna go with Finjuice. I have no reason for some of these like added matches. I have no reason why. I'm just gonna say Finjuice to keep their relationship with New Japan strong.
Yep. Fair enough. Jeff?
I am going to go with Finjuice because we saw that Decay is going into Wrestle House.
Yes.
So
good point.
They don't need a lot of momentum right now in terms of wins and losses. So,
good point.
Yeah, good point. Good point there. Good call. All right. Was that? I think that was it for the added ones then, right?
And then Digital Media Championship, Jordan Grace against Chelsea Green.
Yes. So the Digital Media Championship up for grabs. Jordan Grace and Chelsea. This could be a great match as well between these two women. And Jordan just won that Digital Media Championship. I don't see her dropping it. And if Cardona loses, and then maybe Chelsea loses as well, they kind of may go down the same path together on after the loss. So that could kind of change the two of them altogether, and they may go down some kind of a dark path at the same time. I don't see Jordan Grace losing it here, although I could certainly see Chelsea winning. But I just think that it's a little too soon to take that Digital Media Championship off of Jordan. Now, if they do, again, it wouldn't shock me because maybe that's just the kind of way that title's going to be. It may not be a title where someone's going to keep it for weeks and weeks and weeks. And if that's the case, then, if they're going to move it around quite often and things like that just for matchups, then maybe she can win. But I'm going to go with Jordan Grace here to get the win. Jeff, what do you think?
I'm a homer.
Yep.
No, I do think Jordan Grace is going to retain, but I think it sets up a story for Matt and for Chelsea. So that's why I think it happens. Yep.
Chad says he really wants the hot mess Chelsea Green to win, but Jordan Grace will retain. Matt says Finjuice is my pick. Swack fan says both Myers and Rich need this win. Hard for me to choose. Chad says my pick is Finjuice for the win. Sorry, Decay. All right, Conrad, what do you think of the Digital Media Championship?
Jordan Grace. Same reason everyone's bringing up. Got to do the turn, I feel, with Cardona and Green, and maybe both of them going on a losing streak won't hurt.
Maybe Chelsea will end up becoming the hot mess because of the loss, too. So there you go. All right. Now we will go back to the card that we have up there. Joe, have Green turn heel here and take the belt from Grace, and that slowly builds a match. Green and Cardona heel versus Grace and Jonathan Gresham. Okay. All right. All right. Back up to the board. We have got the Knockouts Tag Team Championships. Of course, we're in the championship part of the show. All the championships are on the line. Knockouts Tag Team Championship. This is a rematch. The Inspiration against Decay. So they took it off Decay in the last pay-per-view. It looks as if Decay is trying to get in their heads. I mean, they had them cowering basically in the middle of the ring tonight. And so did they get into their heads enough that they're going to take the titles away from them? And again, I love Decay. And like Jeff brought up as well a little bit earlier, no, they're not going to take the titles off of the Inspiration just yet. And again, like Jeff mentioned, Havoc and Rosemary are going to Wrestle House as well. So perfect explanation for it. The Inspiration will move on. We'll see who they get next. That'll be interesting, especially if those guys are going to Wrestle House. And We'll see who they go up against next. Will it be the Undead Brides again? Will Sue Young return to maybe guide them a little bit? We'll see. But I'm picking the Inspiration here for all the reasons listed below. So, Conrad, what do you think?
Inspiration. Same thing.
Yep.
They just got them.
Yep.
Too
Absolutely.
fresh.
Absolutely. Jeff?
Inspiration. They've been it's too early yet, and you don't need the tag title sitting in the wrestle house. So
Yeah, very true. Yeah, very true. I'm going to K. I think they need to be a threat in the men's tag division. I like Vinjuice too. Cassie and Jesse for the win. Inspiration gets the win. Help of a returning Angelina Love to build a new beautiful people. Wow. Okay. That's going out there. I want Billy Kay and Peyton Royce to retain their titles. Changing my pick. Forgot the K in Wrestle House. I'm picking Vinjuice. Joe, what if they start teasing Mother and it's revealed in February that Mother is Scarlet? That'd be amazing. That'd be cool. All right. Next up, we have the Impact World Tag Team Championship. Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson versus the Bullet Club. Chris Bay and El Fantasmo this time. So no Hikuleo. He got his shot tonight and was beaten clean by the Big LG, which was a little bit of a surprise. So Chris Bay and El Fantasmo against Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson. Jeff, where are you going with this one?
Well, I don't know who it's going to be, and that's the thing. This is what was put out there on the site that we use.
Well,
so,
whatever. It is what it is. It'll be two of them.
Either way, it could be Chris Bay and an ass from the field, and I would still pick the Bullet Club, because I just think that's what's. This was filmed before, by the way, so. But yeah, I'm gonna pick Bullet Club. I think they end up picking up the belts here, and maybe we see the Good Brothers do some other things for a little bit. I don't know.
Jay White may show up, says is on. You never know. All right. Yeah, D. Cohen says loves Inspiration. I'd like to see the Bullet Club take the title, says Graham. Jordan should retain, but wouldn't be mad if Chelsea got it. The one and only ratings drawer, the Good Brothers. I want Bullet Club to win, says Chad. This match could potentially reopen the Forbidden Door. Maybe the Good Brothers get some help. Baby. All right. I'm going to go with, I think it's time for a change. They've been teasing this for quite a long time. And, will the Bullet Club use some heelish tactics? I'm sure they probably will. But I think it is time for the Bullet Club to win this. Put that gold on Chris Bay. I think they're going to win. We'll see. And I don't know what will the Good Brothers do? Maybe it's like Jeff said, it's time for them to go somewhere else. Maybe they go to New Japan. And get some stuff going on there. Maybe they go back to AEW. We don't know. But I agree. I think that this is going to be the Bullet Club. What do you think, Conrad?
I'm with Jeff, man. It's time. And Jeff knows what time it is. I'm waiting for it. I know it's going to pop off. They're waiting for the right time. I think they're waiting until New Japan's fully healthy. But you know what we want, and we've earned it. Give it to us.
Yes. Jeff's been talking about that for a long time, so we'll see. They are probably holding out for a particular reason, and let's hope that that's going to happen. Good Brothers going to be the longest tag team champion, and Conrad going to open a can of beer. For that, says Randy Sam. Graham says, a question regarding the men's tag division. Do you think Impact could do with the former Lucha House Party a fresh team for the division? Why not? Yeah, why not? All right. Let's go to, we have two left. We got the Impact Knockouts Championship. This is Mickie James and Mercedes Martinez. A lot of history between these two women and a lot of animosity, it looks like, building up towards this as well. So Mickey's first title defense. Is it going to be a one and done for Mickie James? Are they going to give that title to Mercedes Martinez? I don't think so. I think Mickie retains. I think it'll be a good match. I think we'll see a lot of back and forth from these two, to the point of where you think that either one of them can win it, kind of like we got with that match tonight with Josh and Suzuki. But I think Mickie James will retain. I think she'll hold on to that a little bit longer. And nobody really knows what the availability of Mickie James really is. We don't know how long she wants to stay. We don't know how long she wants to do the tapings and stuff like that. But for the time being, I do think she retains her title. Conrad, go ahead. What do you think?
For this one, honestly, I'm going to say Mickie James retains, but I feel like Deonna's going to get involved. There's going to be some mess with this. I feel like we're going to try to start setting up a triple threat in a slow way. So maybe she comes in and unintentionally does it, but Mercedes doesn't like that. That's where I see it going.
Okay. Fair enough. Jeff, what do you think?
Yeah, I think we get shenanigans involving Deonna somehow, some way, shape, or form. But I think that's going to cost Mercedes, and then maybe we get Mercedes and Deonna for a little bit. And so I've got Mickie retaining, but maybe we could see Mercedes and Deonna, and the winner there maybe goes back up against Mickie.
Okay. I love Decay, but I'm picking Inspiration to win it. I want Hardcore Country Mickie James to retain. Could we see Mickie versus Mercedes match? Have some moments taking jabs at Becky and Charlotte beef. I don't know. I don't know that Impact likes to get involved with that kind of stuff, so I'm not too sure that they would go that route. Maybe there was interference from Deonna. Yep, that's what Conrad and Jeff both had mentioned. A DQ win for Mercedes, which would not cost Mickie to lose the title. Yeah, okay. All right. And then finally, last match for the pay-per-view, we have the Impact World Championship. We've got Moose. We've got Eddie Edwards in what is probably going to be brutal. We've got... what are they calling it? What is it?
It's Full Metal Mayhem.
Thank you. Full Metal Mayhem. Yes. Again, a first for me. I've never seen one of these. I'm going to go and check out YouTube after I'm done here and look them up. But I have never seen one live, so pretty exciting stuff. Full Metal Mayhem. We almost got a little bit of it tonight. Almost got a sneak peek when Eddie Edwards went to the top of that ladder and Moose was prone on that table. Didn't happen. But this is going to be a war. And both men, we might very well see some crimson in this, I would imagine. But I can't say they're going to. I think Moose retains as well. I think it'll be a hard fought battle. But I think Eddie might just, in this case, kind of just be transitioning from, transitioning Moose to, back to Josh, if that's the way they're going to go with it. It certainly kind of seems like his thing with Suzuki is done. So I'm going to go with Moose retaining here, but I think it's going to be a brutal match with both of these guys getting knocked around pretty good. So, Conrad, go ahead, dude.
Moose has to retain here. He's the guy you're building around right now. And like I mentioned with the Ace Austin, Chris Saban match, you got to build guys up for him to go against. So Moose is the guy. Yep.
Graham Caldwell agrees, says Moose retains. Yes, Joey's Adventures, we did hear about the releases. Yes, we did. Good Brothers, but Bullet Club wins. We already know Moose will retain his title, plus Eddie Edwards is going night-night, this chat. I got tickets for Saturday. Wow, that's awesome. Enjoy it, man. All right, Jeff, what do you think?
Moose, he's got to retain. He's got to get his comeuppance. So he's got to mow through some people until he gets back with Josh. So I've got Moose.
Yeah, absolutely. Moose goes over in a bloodbath, and then the lights go out in the ring. You're talking about Cross. Cross was a Cross was a main roster superstar, so I think Cross would have longer to wait. I think he'd have 90 days to wait rather than the 30. I think the NXT superstars got the 30. Should Mercedes win it due to shenanigans? She would lose if there were shenanigans. Mickey would retain. That's usually what happens with the champions. So, all right, guys. Well, listen, there you go. That is the card for Saturday night. And we are going to get on out of here because it's getting late and some of us have work in the morning. But yes, so there you go. Turning Point this coming Saturday. We will start at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's going to be a late one, so get prepared. But Turning Point on Saturday, if you don't know how to watch it, it's on Fight TV. You also can do the $4.99 subscription on their YouTube page and get it that way as well. So make sure that you get it so you can watch along. Thanks, Graham. Yeah, we will see you all hopefully on Saturday. So that's it for us for tonight. Thanks for coming out to After the Impact and our prediction show for Turning Point. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had a great night tonight. Have a great rest of your night, and hopefully we will see you all for Turning Point on Saturday night. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Please hit a like on the stream as well. That would really help us out, and hit that notifications button if you want to be notified. That is it, guys. Stay safe, be kind to one another, have a great rest of your night, and hopefully we will see you all on Saturday night at 9:30 for Turning Point. Good night, everybody.